Welcome back to oh wow, god damn it. I don't think you guys want to hear me twice. There we go. Another episode of the Jankity Ass Podcast, number 28. Back again. Things in my life are finally starting to kind of get back to normal. I guess my ankle's getting a lot better. It's still a little off, but it's a lot better. And of course my back's better than it's ever been in like a decade. Almost, I would say. But, you know, otherwise, whatever. And, you know, like I've been saying before, my job's been picking up again. So not this last weekend, but the previous weekend I was working in Hollywood again. God damn. Okay, I'm back. I accidentally left my water where it wasn't in reach, I should say, in a whole other room. Alright, that's better. What was I saying? Things getting back to normal. My venue job in Hollywood's been picking up again. And I even had some pickup shifts at one of my parent company's other venues in downtown LA. For a little bit, they've been doing some filming. I can't really say. I'll try. The company that I work for, one of the ones, they've been doing like a lot of live stream shows at different venues around the US. I thought it was more just here, but apparently not. So I don't know exactly how it works. I don't tune into live streams at all, really, or anything like that, because I don't like other people setting a schedule for me as much as possible. But you know, that being said, I don't mind going to shows or anything like that either. But also, I kind of wish I could just do that whenever I want and not based on, you know, set times or whatever. But anyways, yeah, they've been doing a bunch of live stream shows, and last week I also happened to be at the venue that I was working at in dtla, so that was nice. And it's pretty cool because, you know, it gives the artists, you know, or it gives fans something to buy into. It gives the artists, you know, a gig, basically, to get paid. And because of, you know, the venues are being set up like a normal concert, so it also gives it gives some of the venue staff, and then also, you know, different production union crews, you know, something to work on. So yeah, the live stream that I worked, well, I wasn't even there for the actual show part, and it really only lasted like a couple hours, I believe, but it was a good solid 2 days worth of work because, you know, obviously they have to go in and, you know, have all the stage set up and then start working on the all the details, the accoutrements of the set, and of course like all the lighting and all the electrical and all that bullshit. And then I work security, so I'm there making sure that nobody's, you know, messing with anything inside the venue. So that was cool. There's more work. But my drive-in show, that I was working, or exhibition I should say, that I was working, lasted for like good weeks worth of time. So it was a while. And it accumulated over this last weekend with, at the same time as the Armenian protest that's been happening now in Hollywood. All right. Well, not been happening. It happened already, so it was over a few days. But yeah, it started last Saturday, which is the one day I was not there. And then I was there Sunday when it really picked up then too. So the venue that I normally work at, without giving away too much, is on Sunset Boulevard. And we're only like a couple blocks from the CNN building, which was the epicenter of protests, and then they spread from there. So like they went just all down Hollywood, blocked off all of the intersections, even brought their own cones and everything like that. And I think I heard they managed to take up like a good 30 blocks worth of street. And so they're just people with big old Armenian flags just driving up and down this thing and shit like that. And a lot of people just like trying to get in and then turning around, which is just kind of bad driving. Like you can kind of see when something's blocked off, there's a commotion, and avoid it. But no, you got to go all the way down the street and check for yourself. Dumbass. But yeah, I guess for some people, their sudden showing of Armenian pride really just means running a few red lights without anybody giving a shit. But anyways, yeah, and well, the crazy part is I found out is apparently someone or a group of someones actually bought a permit for like all of Sunset Boulevard in the Hollywood area, which I can't even imagine how much money that costs. That's like A-list film budget money, maybe more. But so yeah, and anyways, yeah, everything went off without a hitch. I was able to get out of that part of town easily enough once my shift was over, and it did kind of screw up our workflow for our drive-in a little bit, but not too much. It wasn't too bad. Yawning already. Tired. Before I continue on, it is time for another Tav Hour entry. Now, this baby I've had sitting in my fridge for a little while. I bought one that was an actual bottle, which means that these are usually a little bit more expensive, but so this... Okay, so the brewery is Saltfire, and they are out of, let's see, Utah. No, that's one of the ingredients. This bottle's a pint, by the way. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Salt Lake City, Utah. Saltfirebrewing Company. So check them out, of course. And the beer is called Mobius Trip with Utah peaches. Those golden ale soured in rum barrels. So, and here is the label for you guys to see. A big old orange anglerfish. And since it's a sour ale, my voice is already going. It's going to be a little bit... Motherfucker, hold on. This goddamn blanket likes to... There. Hope you liked my ass. Alright. And of course, as always, we've got our Valhalla Vineyards drinking horn. Thanks again for being available for me to spend my own money on it. And I got my handy dandy Infinity Gauntlet bottle opener. Which works like a charm. Okay. And that, oh, I see. Yeah, so I guess they have this same anglerfish on their cap, but at first glance, like I thought it was just like a dragon or something like that. For a while, this thing's been sitting in my fridge for like maybe a couple months now. All right, so first notes. That is a sour. It's nice and peachy. Let's see what it looks like in the horn. Oh yeah, golden ales. Ooh, because of that nice gold color. Oh man, this one looks like it's gonna be good. What is it? 8%. Well, I'm fucked. That's all there is to that. It's the mark of a good beer, though, I guess. Alright. Gotta make sure that you guys can all see what's going on here. Yeah, I want to be careful that I don't spill. You know what? I'm going to do this. A little bit of this, too. Sorry for the dead air a little bit. It's just what happens. Dude, I should do a hookah in here one of these days, too, maybe. Just to be that guy. Dude, hookahs will fuck you up, too. I mean, they're not the same, but... Anyways. Cheers with your Mobius Trip Golden Ale. Yeah, it's got a kick to it, but it's pretty good. I'm not normally a huge fan of sour ales, but this one isn't too bitter. It doesn't have the same nasty bite that, you know, some other sour ales do. I like it, and if any of y'all ever get the chance to try it out, I think you guys would like it too. So there you go. Okay, this shit is cashed out too. So let's do away with that. Oh yeah. Get our sultry amber going. I'm already needing a new spray thing. Oh shit, I didn't even think about getting anything in the beer. Oh well, we're fine. We're all fine. Have another swig on me. What was I talking about? Armenians. So, the reason for this particular protest that they had was because, well, especially since, whatchamacallit, with the pandemic, a lot of countries entered a non-aggression pact or treaty. So, you know, no fighting while we're in the middle of a pandemic. Well, the country of Armenia has been, you know, in combat apparently or some form of fighting for ever. Almost. I think the last thing I heard was they were saying like within like the last 100 years or so. And now people will say that about the US as well, except our fighting's in other countries. In this case, we're talking about fighting in their country. Still going on. So anyways, well, the problem began with them. One of their neighbors, the country of Azerbaijan, is not a part of this non-aggression agreement, and so they started attacking Armenia, and I've listened to some other podcasts and stuff about it too, but it's kind of interesting. But anyways, there's some weird shit going on there, but not in Armenia, but with the people attacking them. However, one thing that I came to understand is that one reason that a lot of people kind of go after Armenia is apparently they were one of the first countries in like the like that area between Eastern and Middle East to accept or to convert to Christianity, like in general. So yeah, they get some flack for that, I guess, apparently. Or they live in a primarily Islamic region, but they are mainly a Christian company. I almost said country. So that's just where it all stems from. So anyways, but then the reason for the actual protest is they are protesting the war, obviously, and protesting to try and get help. But and when I say they, I mean, you know, Armenian descendants and nationals that are living here in the U.S. and maybe other countries too. I don't know if anybody did anything anywhere else, but there's a huge community here in Los Angeles. They were protesting the lack of coverage by the main news sources, aka CNN, which is where, you know, the protest started, basically, or originated, or was planned to set off. And, well, this is, although, goddamn, I'm suffering right now, aren't I? I'm just in it. The fuck was I trying to say? Oh yeah, so their source of frustration in this case is because they've also been, you know, fighting for a long time to get their the Armenian genocide recognized by major first world governments, which is the well, it's basically a genocide by the country of Turkey against, you know, Armenians. So anyways, you know, and like I guess the U.S. government like finally formally recognized, and the reason that they don't is because of you know, alliances and deals or whatever with the country of Turkey. But so the U.S. government like finally acknowledged that this happened, basically. However, I don't know how long ago it was. I didn't even realize that they had actually done that. But then, you know, so then this happened. So it's like they're protesting against, you know, just another another circumstance of people telling them that their shit doesn't exist when it does. That's what they're protesting against. Is the you know, the lack of coverage and really the lack of caring, because, you know, basically unfortunately, like they're on their own, basically, and really everybody's kind of on their own anymore, so it would seem. But so yeah, all the Armenians all over LA were out in Hollywood in force, and even now, that was like a week ago now, but yeah, even now they, you know, they're all, you'll see there's cars all over the place. They got the fucking Armenian flags hanging off of them, and, you know, good for them, right? So, and, you know, all they really want is just to, you know, live their life, pretty much. So, you know, I say cheers to that, and I hope to get it. Sorry if I'm rambling, but you tuned in, not me. I don't tune into myself. That might be a problem, depending. But so now to rewind a little bit, going back to, I also have more stuff coming up this week. My venue is well, they're finally doing another drive-in movie theater type of thing, because we got that big ass parking lot. The property takes up pretty much like an entire city block in Hollywood. And so we have a giant parking lot that pretty much covers almost the entire block, except for one building off in the opposite corner. And we still have it because they were supposed to be starting construction on like a high-rise condo in a large area of the parking lot, pretty much right about now, actually. But that obviously never happened. I'm not sure why. I feel like it would have been like the perfect time to do a building, because I mean there's another apartment or condominium going up across the street that's been, well, it's finally getting like the finishing touches, so they've actually been working on it. But I don't know, I mean it could be a million other things. It's going to be something with money, obviously, but whatever. So we still have the parking lot, so we can do drive-in movies. I hope we get more, because that's more work for us, and also for some other crews, because, well, they've been trying to like my actual managers at my usual building are still furloughed. They're not doing anything. But and they've been trying to spread out between, you know, workers of all the different venues around town that they directly control operations at. So, you know, kudos there. So we're doing a drive-in movie tomorrow from recording this, which would actually be today, hopefully, when you're listening to this. If you're listening to it on the day that this show drops. But, and then after that, someone's actually filming on the lot property, so I get to, that's a few more shifts for me. I'm not working the entire thing, and I'm actually only working the setup days. But I mean, altogether with the drive-in, that's another good 4 days of non-independent work. Which I don't mind the independent stuff. I don't mind doing the Postmates and all that. I don't have any shame, but I mean, it's nice to do something that I'm not putting wear and tear on my car for, because that's you know, I'm using up gas when I do deliveries and shit. And I had to take my car in just now too, because my fucking blinkers were on the fritz. But I got it back. They just had to replace some bulbs. Everything was fine. And they didn't even charge me for the bulbs, but they did charge me for the actual manpower and service, which is like almost $200. I think that's kind of bullshit, but I get it, I guess. Whatever. So, because of this filming, or film set gig that I'm working on, this means that I have to go through every time I've been going on shift, we have like our own for my company, we have our own COVID regulations testing, which in our case it means, you know, every come in, there's like a survey that they have on a QR code that we have to take real quick, you know, just be like, I do not have these symptoms, I understand these responsibilities, submit, and then we get, you know, blasted with the temperature check gun, which I made this joke several times over my shifts, but I'm like, I'm surprised that we haven't heard of some real like 007 MacGyver shit of somebody actually figuring out how to put an actual bullet into one of those temperature guns, just bang, you know, random accidental assassination, or maybe more like the that whole Tylenol pill scandal that happened. That was a while ago. I think it was in the 90s, actually. I don't know if you remember, if anybody listening remembers that, when somebody like somehow got onto the production line for Tylenol pills, and they poisoned a bunch of caplets, and I think they killed like 6 random people across the U.S. Well, it wasn't pretty either. But yeah, so that's normally all I really have to do whenever I go to my shifts. But with this filming, or with this film set, I also have to go through the for the producers, whatchamacallit, COVID testing, which in this case means that I have to do like the actual testing. So earlier today, your boy got the inside of his brains picked out with a I had the deep nasal Q-tip. Oh fuck, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. But so what this test is that they have like a Q-tip like about yay long, a big one, and they insert this thing into your nose. They did my right nostril usually, because, I mean, he was standing on my right side, but it doesn't go just like into your nose, but it goes all the way up into your nasal cavity, the very back, which is the area, it's like right next to the brain, pretty much, and they just like swab there real quick. But oh man, that it felt like it stings, like inside the middle of your head. It fucking stings. It kind of reminded me, I don't know if you guys ever watch like Ridiculousness on YouTube or anything like that, or not YouTube, on MTV, where they play YouTube videos. And there was one where they had a video, some guy was like, petting a hummingbird, and the thing just like jabs its beak all the way inside this man's nose. There's a long beak too, and that's kind of that was what went through my brain, was I was having my nose picked out like the fucking Egyptian pharaohs when they were getting mummified. Except I didn't even get my own pyramid. I just got, congrats and sent on my way. And this wasn't the one of the rapid testings either. This was all a couple days in advance. But so I will know within 12 hours if I don't have COVID-19 or if I don't have COVID-19. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm fine. It could also be that I'm asymptomatic, which in a way would be kind of cool too, but then it will also mean that everybody in my house is, and that's a little harder to believe, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, they poked me all the way up, and then they also swab like the inside of where your tonsils would be, or used to be in my case. Most people's cases, I imagine. So yeah, and then they just stick those in a little tube and send you on your way. And of course, I also still had to do the fucking survey as well, and an exit survey too. And that wasn't, I wasn't even working anything, really. I mean, I did get an hour's pay for showing up, so that's nice. We all did. So yeah, your boy got an official COVID test. I didn't have to pay for it, thank God. Or thank science, I guess. Thank capitalism, maybe. Thank my company. I'll go with that. And yeah, it was interesting, but if you have to do it, you'll live. It's fine. It's a little bit painful, but it's not like you're getting your arm cut off or anything like that. So what else has been happening in my news? So obviously I have this show, and then as I mentioned to you guys several times, I also now have the my hobby show, the panchospaintbooth, which has been going swimmingly. Episode 3 came out this last. I'm trying to set it to release on every Thursday, whereas this show is either Tuesdays or Wednesdays, depending on how I feel or what happens or just how I schedule it, right? Or manage my time, I guess I should say. I didn't really manage it that well this week. I think this one might be a a Wednesday episode. But so my hobby channel, Pancho's Paint Booth, which again, like I said, that was my my nickname in college, at least my freshman year. And well, it rolls off the tongue too. Like I don't know what else I would call it, really. That was just the name that just like clicked for me. So that's what it is. Pancho's Paint Booth. On YouTube, I released episode 3 this last Thursday, and I also now have scheduled episodes 4, 5, and 6. Which next week I'll actually show the model I did for episode 4, since it's actually one of mine. I had some commission pieces that I had done in there as well, so that doesn't really count so much. But why did I say but? But yeah, so I got a new episode coming out this next Thursday on the... what date is that? On the 15th. Which is one of my pieces that I have for myself that I'm going to try and sell off or trade off. That is something that I... Hold that idea. So yeah, episode 4 is one of my pieces, just something I have for myself. By piece, I mean a model. You're also going to be seeing some of these guys coming up in future episodes, because I bought a starter box with the new edition, and it came with a lot of models. These were just some test ones that I did for the Space Marines. In that, it is kind of blurry too, but so they are done in the Black Templars paint scheme. Which, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know what I'm talking about. Whatever. That's fine, but just know I got some other things going on. But one thing that I'm thinking about doing is, because I'm also... I kind of want to build up, like, sets of models, especially with the 40K stuff, and then, you know, just to kind of try and sell it all off as, like, a group. Maybe turn a little bit of profit, but more as, like, a promotional thing. You know what I mean? And then I'm also, like, I'm going to go public with all my stuff here very soon. By next weekend, I will have gone public. Promise. Because I'm actually just waiting. I have another video ready to go, which I'll tell you about in a second. But one of the things that I'm kind of thinking about doing, especially once, like, all of this starts to take off for me, hopefully, crossing my fingers, you guys do too. Maybe, can you cross middle fingers? Oh yeah, there you go, a little bit. But, lost my thoughts already. So, I'm thinking about doing, like, the, you know that thing that you see, like, webcam girls and the porn stars do? Where they're like, oh, hey, if you want to support me, here's my Amazon wish list. Well, one of my wish lists that I have, I'm going to figure out how to make it public eventually here, but it's just, like, all 40K models. And so, yeah, I mean, hey, maybe I'll get lucky and somebody will, you know, buy something that they want to see me paint, and then I'll do it. And maybe they'll, you know, ask for a commission or something like that, or maybe do it like as a commission piece. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see. It would be nice. It'd be interesting. And of course, I would give anybody a shout out that helps my show in any significant way, shape, or form. Because that's just the good guy way to do things. And I'm a good guy for the most part. I'm sure I fuck up every once in a while, but not as much as other people say. I don't know if that's true for any of the rest of you, but hey. So yeah, Pancho's Paint Booth news. And then last but not least, I'm about to have up the first video of my Twitch show that I'm also now kind of starting to do. Look for it's the gutsyassgamer show, which is also going to be another playlist here on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, if you're just listening to me, obviously there's no videos on podcasts, but so that is going to be its own separate channel. And then I also, if you're on Twitch, go ahead and follow gutsyassgamer. I couldn't put gutsyassgamer in there because apparently ass is a bad word, and it just wouldn't let me put it. You know, it gave me a warning like, hey, your one or more of these fields contains potentially offensive yada yada blah 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 in there. But hey, whatever, we figured it out. And that show is going to be more just kind of like, it's not something I can really schedule because I'm going to play more in my free time, right? So it's just going to be like whenever I get to it. So I got one that the video's finished actually right now, and then once I'm done with this, I'm going to start uploading it, so that'll be out today. Again, just whenever. And so, yeah, and of course, I will announce on my Instagram page, gutsyassgamer, Multi-Murdy Media on Instagram. I do have to work on getting a Facebook page, which I know most people say like, oh, Facebook's just for old people. Well, I mean, I'm kind of an old guy now. I'm in my 30s. I'm nearly my mid-30s, actually. I'm getting up there, but it's just another good way to promote things, and especially with my my hobby stuff. Like most of the people that I associate with in that world are mostly Facebook. Oh hey, great drinking game, by the way. Take a drink every time I say but. It's a good thing I am self-aware, but things just happen, especially now that I'm a little I'm getting a little loopy. Substancey loopy, I guess. I don't know. And so for now, with the gutsyassgamer, what I've decided to do is go back into one of my favorite games ever, which is Fallout 4, which I've already explained what that is on a previous episode a while back. But I'm playing on survival mode, which is the hardest mode there is. It takes out a lot of like useful features in the game, so it's a lot harder, right? And this time I'm going to finish it because I'm not just doing it for myself, I'm doing it for everyone, right? So that is what the gutsyassgamer is for now. In later times, it'll be for other things. Also, I should also note that I'm not going to the gutsyassgamer show is going to be, again, whatever I feel like. So I'm not gonna, you know, there isn't going to be a set scheduled streaming time. I'll put out a notice, maybe like earlier in the day or however, and it's just gonna be up to whoever to check it out. Especially after I go public, hopefully that'll help. I've also been kind of looking at the Instagram promotional service. Might be helpful. I don't know. Who knows? But you gotta pay for that. But you can also pay very small. Like you can put out like a very simple promotion for like $5, even if you want. It just puts it in front of viewers as like an ad or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just trying to make some money off of this. Something that I'm enjoying doing. Money for... Fuck. I had a saying lined up and I completely forgot about it. But I would like to just do this and not have to work for like somebody else. Let's put it that way. So I had the gutsyassgamer. I did. Yeah. I mean, that's just about everything. I was gonna do a CD haul, but I am very lazy when it comes to taking a CD out of my CD player in my car. So they're all still in there, but you can look for that next weekend. I promise I will do that as well. So by next weekend, I'm gonna have my my options for my CD haul. I'm gonna go public, and it's gonna be the gutsyassgamer. First video number 1, maybe even video number 2 by then. I don't know. I don't have anything scheduled after this next week here, so hey, we'll see. God damn. What else have I been doing? I'm trying to go through a show. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna let the amount of beer that I have left dictate my life, or this episode, or this show. So, what I am gonna do, since I am running a little bit behind on my own scheduling stuff, I'm not gonna do any post-apocalypse or anything like that. What am I gonna do? I'm just gonna end it right now. So, as always, I'm just gonna go with thank you very much for tuning in. If you're a previous listener, if you listened to this before, thank you. If you're a new listener, I'm glad you're here. Hopefully you're one of the ones that I picked up just now. And if you're a Russian/Chinese/CIA robot, I guess thank you too, because a number is a number and a view is a view. Hashtag a view is a... fuck. Which one is better? A number is a number or a view is a view? I'm gonna go with a number is a number. Hashtag a number is a number. Good night. And turn out the goddamn lights.